press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, how are you? I hope that all are doing good. So today I am going to continue this lesson which we see in the last class. The name of the lesson is the Madam Rides the Bus. Okay. So this is the story about a 8-year-old girl. The name of her girl is Vali Amai. So in short we may call this girl a Vali. Okay. And so we see that in the last class the story is the girl she having a desire to ride the bus, okay, because she has never been to town and she was never travel in any of the buses, okay. So her desire, her wish is to travel into the bus. So this is one of the most extreme desire of her. And one day she decided, after she had done so many plans and so many calculations and everything, she decided that she can go on to the ride, okay. And without informing parents, there are no parents with her, okay. So she gone alone to the ride, okay. So it's about 5 miles away, the town is 5 miles away, and she wanted to come back again on the same bus. So without getting off from the bus where the bus is going to be next to town, okay. So this is the planning of this girl, and now she wanted to ride it, okay. She's desire is the journey, how the journey is. She wanted to look the view because the people are discussing, no. So that gives a curious to this girl, okay. She wanted to learn it, she wanted to explore herself. Okay, so that is why she felt it, that she decided she wanted to be a ride. She wanted on the ride of the bus. So this is the story of a girl. Let's see what happened in the next story, the next one. So let's see here. Okay, the bus was now going along the page number 120. Okay, so here the bus was now going along the bank of a canal. The road was very narrow. On one side there was a canal and beyond it palm trees, grassland, distant mountains and the blue sky. On the other side was a deep ditch and then acres and acres of green fields. Green as far as the eye could see. Okay. So here the writer is explaining about the view what the girl is looking. Okay. So what she is looking, it was a narrow lane, narrow road, okay. It is not a broad one. The width of the road, it is not in a broad, it is a width is very less amount, okay. So there was a canal, okay, there was a canal and there was a bank of a canal. While the bus is traveling, it was going on the bank of a canal, okay, which is a very narrow one, and the road was very narrow. On the side there was a canal, so on the other side there was a canal and another side there is a beyond it, okay, that canal was, and there was a palm trees, okay. So on the other side there was a canal and another side there was a palm trees and there is a grasslands and the distant mountain. So in the distance there are some mountains and blue sky. So what she is looking, the sky is totally blue in color, okay. And on the other side was a deep ditch and then acres of green field. So where this girl, when she was looking to the canal, so in that side, that particular, there are some palm trees, there are some what called the grasslands and also some distant mountains and all. So another side she will look toward, there is a ditch, okay. So it was like ditch and then acres. Acres means it is for a agriculture field, okay. And there it is a green one. The color of the field is green in color. So here it says that green, okay, 3 times. The word is repeated twice, okay. So that is called green as far as the eye could see. So how far she is looking it, she can saw there is a green, totally the land is green, okay. So that's why the writer is used the word green means, so it has repeatedly used here, okay, because it's totally green in color. Oh, it was all so wonderful. So girl was surprised and she feels very happy when she was looked into the 2 sides of the bus, okay. She feel wonderful, the side is wonderful. Then suddenly she was startled by a voice. "Listen, child," said the voice. "You shouldn't stand like that. Sit down." Okay. When she was looking either sides, so there was some voice heard it. So what is the word? It was a startle. Startle means be excited on feeling alarm. There are somebody is warning her. So what is that? Listen, child. So listen me. So if you're standing like this, so you will get hurted. So you shouldn't stand like that. Sit down. So don't stand up. You have to sit down. Sitting down, she looked to see who had spoken. Then when somebody were saying like that, so they were warning this girl. So that's why again she was sat down. Okay, she was not looking into continuously, and she was sat down and she was observing that who has said like that. Then it was an elderly man. So who said it here? Somebody who is very elder man who had honestly been concerned for her, but she was annoyed by his attention. Actually, elder man who was warning this girl, so don't stand, you just sit down on the seat. So that because of his concern, he said it. He is just caring this girl because nobody is there with this girl. So that's why he's caring this girl. If she will fall down, okay, so then she will get hurt. So because of the concern that elder person has said her, but she feels like annoying. Okay, she feels very irritated when somebody says that girl to sit down. There's nobody here who's a child, she said haughtily. I have paid my 30 paisa like everyone else. Somebody said here, so no one is here. There are no elder person with this girl. So who's this child? The people are discussing now. Okay, so now they understood that this girl is totally alone and she is not sitting on the seat. Okay, so now again girl is responses. So how she is responses? Haughtily. She responses in a haughtily. Haughtily means proudly. She responds in a proudly manner. I have paid 30 paise for this journey. Okay, so she paid it. She paid that and she said it in a very proud manner. I have paid my 30 paise. Everyone else was looking like how you are paid, no? So like that I was also paid my 30 paise. The conductor chimed in. Chimed in means alarm. Okay. Oh sir, but this is a very grown-up madam. Don't you think a mere girl could pay her own fare and travel to the city all alone? See, the conductor always is having a fun kind of a person. He is a jolly person, and now he understood that this girl is having a lot of attitude. Okay, so now he is saying to the person that was warning to the girl to sit down, and there he said that to the person, oh sir, so don't say like that. This girl is a madam. She is a grown-up girl, okay, and she is not alone. She can take care about herself. Do you think a mere girl could pay her own fare and travel? So this girl had paid her amount. She paid for ticket. So she is a grown-up girl, okay, and to the city all alone. She is going to the city alone. She knows herself how to care herself. So that gives a very amazement to this girl. Okay. Then Welly shot an angry glance at the conductor and said, I am not a madam, please remember that. And you have not yet given me a ticket. Given me my ticket. Okay. So Welly shout and angry. So when the conductor is saying like that way, in kind of that manner, so she was saying in a angry manner. Who? This Welly. Okay. Welly was said in a angry manner. She was looking briefly to the conductor. Then and said, I am not a madam. I am not madam. Then please remember that. So don't call me madam. Please remember that one. And you don't have and still you haven't given my ticket. Okay. So you should have to give me, and don't call me a madam. Okay. A lady. I will remember. The conductor said. So conductor said, mimicking her tone. He was copying her. So in that manner, he is also said, okay, I know that. Okay, I will remember it. Okay, I will not say that to you. Okay. Then everyone laughed and gradually Welly too joined in the laughter. So when the conductor was copying the tone of this girl. So everyone was laughing again. Okay, even this girl is also laughing along with the people. Okay, so this is happening. The conductor punched the ticket and handed it to her. Do you know that when the tickets they were giving, they have to punch it to the tickets. Okay, so why? Because it is a symbol of they are paid it. Okay, so it has punched it and he has handed over to the girl, that is Valli. And then what happened? Just to sit back and make yourself comfortable. Why should you stand when you have paid for a seat? So conductor is warning her, if you paid your amount, if you paid for a seat, then you sit down, no? Sit down in a comfortable manner. Why you are standing again and again? So you paid your amount, you paid for a seat. Then you sit down. Why you are standing? He said it. Because I want to, she answered, standing up again. So instead of sit down, she says, yes, I wanted to stand up because I wanted it. So that's why. And again she was stand up on the seat. But if you stand on the seat, you may fall and hurt yourself. When the bus makes a sharp turn or hits a pump, that's why we want you to sit down, child. So in this paragraph, conductor says in a concerned manner, okay, he is caring to this girl. If you stand up, when the bus turns its way, okay, or it hits to some of the hump, that is okay. So there you will what happen? You just fall down and you will get hurted yourself. So you should have to sit down on the seat. Then I'm not child. He says child also. Okay. Then now she is responding. I'm not a child, I tell you, she said irritably. I'm 8 years old. So here he says that I am not a child. Don't call me a child. So I am a 8-year-old. Okay, 8-year-old child, years old child. Of course. How stupid of me. 8 years, my. Okay. Yes, yeah, you are 8-year-old girl. So how stupid I am. I don't know that you are an 8-year-old girl. You are not a child. You are not a madam. You are a girl now. Okay. The bus stopped. Some new passengers got on and the conductor got busy for a time. Afraid of losing her seat, Valli finally sat down. Okay. Again the bus was stopped in some of the village. So there some other new passengers were on the bus. And now the conductor was busy. Totally he was busy. And now the Valli was, she was in a stressed out. Because if any people will come and they will have to be moved this girl to the next seat. Because of her losing of the seat, she was sat down. Okay, because there are some new passengers arrived. An elderly woman came and sat beside her. Are you all alone, dear? She asked Valli as the bus started again. So an elderly woman, she came on the bus and now she was sat beside this girl. And when she was observed it, are you alone, dear? So you are alone here? Then she asked Valli as the bus started moving. When the bus started moving, the girl was asking to the woman was asking to the girl, are you alone in this bus? Valli found the woman absolutely repulsive. Repulsive means causing strong dislike. She is disliking this woman. Okay, who is disliking? Valli was disliking this woman. Such big holes she had in her ear loops and such ugly earrings in them. And she could smell the betel nut. The woman was chewing and see the betel juice that was threatening to spill over her lips at any moment. Oh, so this lady, she is disliking. The girl Valli was disliking this lady because when she looked the ears of this woman, so it was a very big holes in her and she was wearing a very ugly earrings, so which she is not liking, this girl is not liking. And she is also eating the betel and nuts. Okay, betel nuts, it is famous in the villages and famous for the elder people. Okay, so she was chewing it, that betel nuts, she was chewing it, and it was the smell of a betel nut. She smelled it. Okay, and when she was chewing it, so all the juice of a betel nut, it was on her lips. Okay, so it was threatening. Threatening means it was irritated to this girl. and it was a juice, and which is there, which is spill over the lips, which is spread over the lips, that juices. Okay, for a moment, then, oh, who could be sociable with such a person? So now girl is saying, so this, how this girl lady is, so who is going to be talk to this lady, how she is? Okay, so now he is responses with the rude manner. Yes, I am traveling alone, she answered curtly, and have got a ticket too. Okay, so here curtly means showing displeasure. This Valley was displeasure with this woman, and she said, yes, I am alone here. She was answered in a displeasure manner, and I have my ticket too. I have a ticket too. Again she is showing this ticket to this woman. Yes, she is on her way to town, said the conductor with a 30 paise ticket. Again the conductor is interrupting to this girl, okay, and he says that yes, she has paid this amount for that ticket, and she had to pay, that is 30 paise, and now she is on her way, she is going to the town. Then, oh, why don't you mind your own business, said Wali. So now he said that, why don't you mind your business? Look into the business. Look what you are doing. So do it yourself. So why you are interfering in my work, in my thing? So she said, but she laughed all the same, and the conductor laughed too. So when she was said like that, she was laughing out, okay, and even the conductor was also laughing. But the old woman went on with her drivel. Is it proper for such a young person to travel alone? Do you know exactly where you are going in town? Was the street? Was the house number? See, the woman was not sit quiet. Who, that elder woman who is eating beetle and nut? She is asking some questions to this girl. Okay, so how she is asking in a silly nonsense. So here drivel means it is called as a silly nonsense manner. She is asking, is it proper for such a person who is traveling alone? If any person is traveling alone, it is a good thing. She is asking question. Do you know exactly where you are going in town? You know the address. So if you go to the town, if you know the address, the woman is asking here. And you didn't bother about me, I can take care of myself, Wali said, turning her face towards the window and staring out. So now she responses. Wali was responses to the elder woman, and she was said that don't bother about me. Okay, you don't want to bother about me, so I just take care of myself. Then she said like that, and she was staring out from the window. So this is about the part second of the story. So let's begin the part third. Her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had to make for it. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way, resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons and the like. Finally, she had saved a total of 60 paise. Now in this line, writer is saying about how she has saved her amount, okay, for a ride. So how she has taken, it was a very careful and it was a painstaking. Painstaking means it was a painful for this girl, okay, to save amount, elaborate plan. She made a lot of plan, a lengthier plans to save this money and for this ride also. She had to make for it, but she had did. Okay, she had did to go for a ride journey, for a journey. She had thriftily saved. Thriftily means spend money carefully. So whatever the amount the girl's parents, when they used to give for a spend for a snacks or something, whatever she needs it, but she could save that amount to go for a ride. Okay, so she has not spent for unnecessary things. She saved that amount, okay, for a ride, and resisting her every temptation. She was resisted. You know, the small kids are having a lot of temptation for a food, okay, and that is also some of the peppermints, then the toys or any snacks or some other kind of a things, and even the balloons, okay. She has not buy for because to save the amount she wanted to go for a ride. For that sake, she has not buy anything, okay. Whatever she desire also, she has not bought it. The like, and finally she had saved total of 60 paise. How much she had saved? Totally 60 paise she had saved, because she had made a lengthy plan to save for the money, to save money for the ride. How difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair, but she had resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round, and even though she had the money. Okay, here she says here, it was very difficult to save amount during the time of fairs in her village, because during that phase, so there are a lot of games, there are a lot of things which she wanted to buy, but she couldn't. Okay, so why? Because she wanted to save her amount for this journey, not for that. Okay, so that's why she had whatever the desire of her, so that is merry-go-round, it is a kind of a game, so that one she wanted to play for that, but she was save amount for the sake of journey. Okay, resolutely stifled means suppressed, controlled with the determination. Okay, she controlled herself with the determination, she had a great determination. Okay, after she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. So anyhow, she had struggled a lot and she had saved her amount. The next problem is how to go away from the home without informing her mother, without the knowledge of mother. But she managed this without too much difficulty. Okay, but she can manage it. She can't make it a more difficult situation. There is no difficult situation arises. Okay, so she can plan it very easily. How? Every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4. So every day mother used to sleep. A nap means it's a small duration of sleep during the period of afternoon. Okay, so there is a small, it's a duration of short time of sleep, that is called nap here. Okay, so every time means every day her mother, she used to nap. Okay, it's about from 1 to 4 o'clock. So this is the good time for her. And also Vali always used these hours for her excursions, and she stood looking from the doorway of her house. So this is the time that when her mother was in nap, so that is the wonderful moment for her. So he made herself an excursion. Excursion means she wanted to explore herself. She was watching out from the house. Okay, so which is the buses on the streets and the buses which is coming to the town, coming from the town and going to the town. So she is looking it. So that is the time. Okay, that time has fixed for her. Or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Ventured means went cautiously, courageously. Okay, so that particular time, that particular duration, she made herself to go out from the house. Okay, it was very courageous manner she was going out. Okay, without informing to her mother. And today these some hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. Now this is the time which is from 1 to 4 o'clock. This is the wonderful time of her which she used to excursion for her outside of the village. Now it is the first time she was having a journey on a bus. Okay, so this is she is thinking. The bus rolled on, now cutting across a bare landscape, now rushing through a tiny hamlet or past an odd way side shop. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. Okay, so it is about a journey. Here the writer is explaining the journey, how the journey was. Okay, so journey was on the bus, like the bus was rolling on a cutting the crosses. Okay, so cutting crosses, it was turning the cross, and it was a bare landscapes, and now rushing through the tiny hamlet. Tiny hamlet means a small villages. So it was rushing into the small villages. It is not only going to the town, but it is also going to the villages, small village, to get on the passengers. Past on odd way side shop. So that on the way there are some of the shops which is very odd to look. Okay, because it is a village shops, it is not good to attract the people. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle. Gobbling means greedily. Some of the, and while this bus on the way, so the vehicle which is rushing very fast, which is in a front, very greedily, either it is rushing front or otherwise it is giving a way to the other vehicle. Okay, then another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. Okay, pedestrian means place to cross the street. Pedestrian means place to cross the street. So there he is giving a way to the another vehicle which is greedily it was moving. Okay, it was giving a side. Then, and it was overtaking this bus, who the other vehicles. So that one she is observing. But Lou, somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind. So whatever the problems arises, so everything it is moving safely. Okay, so the bus is moving very safely. Then trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them, and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. So while she was while this bus was moving, she was observed that the trees was also running. How the bus is also going fast, the trees was also running. Okay, running that, and where it is reached to the place, so the trees was stopped. Okay, so like that she is observing. Suddenly Valli clapped her hands with glee. Glee means happily. Suddenly she was clapping herself. So why? A young cow, tail high in the air, was running very fast. So suddenly she was clapping her hands, she was looking there. There was a cow which is the tail is very long, which is in the air, which is very straight, and it was running very fast, how the bus is moving. Okay, right in the middle of the road. So it is also running, that the cow is running very fast, which is in the middle of the road. Then, and right in front of the bus slowed to the crawl. So that cow came in front of the bus. So then the driver was slow down the bus. Okay, I slowed down the bus, and now it is crawling. It is moving very slowly. The bus was, and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. But more he honked, and the more frightened the animal became, and the faster it galloped, always right in front of the bus. So driver is honking. Okay, it was honking loudly again and again. But how many times he was honking? So it becomes frightened. It becomes afraid. Okay, and it becomes very fast, and it was moving very fast. Gallop means fastest movement. The cow's movements are very fast. Okay, always right in front of the bus, and again it comes in front of the bus when it was honked. Then somehow this was very funny to Valli. This scene when the cow is moving fast, and this thing, it is give a funny thing to the Valli. Okay, and she laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. How she is laughing continuously until there were been no tears in her eyes. Till then she is laughing. Okay, she was very happy. And hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Call the conductor. Better save some for tomorrow. Okay. How much you are laughing? Here the conductor says, how much you are laughing? Save your laugh for the tomorrow. So stop now. Here conductor used to say, yeah, because he is just having a fun with this girl. Okay. Then at last the cow moved off the road, and soon the bus came to Ryle Road crossing. Okay. So after this, the cow was moved to the next, moved ahead, and then the bus was moving, and now it was the Ryle crossing road. A speck of a train could be seen in the distance. So there the train is moving, the train is coming. Speck means tiny spot. So there is from afar away there are there is a train is coming. So how it looks like a speck of a train, very small light. Okay, a tiny spot. The train is coming near to them, and then growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. So when the train is coming near and near, it becomes bigger in size, bigger and bigger in size. Okay, then it is rushed to the pass crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle shaking the bus. Okay, so when it passed near on the road, when the bus is when the train has passed on the track, railway track, and which is near the road, okay, so which already the gate has closed. So how it was rushed like a roar and rattle. So it gives a tremendous sound. It was like a furious, the train is coming in a furious manner, okay, and shaking the bus, how it was rushing, it shakes the bus, the vibrations of a train, it was very heavy, it was very strong, okay. So because of the vibration, the movement of the train, because it is a fast, so now the bus is also shaking its vibration because of the vibration of the train. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. From there it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street and turning entered a wider thoroughfare, okay. So how it is, now the bus is moving ahead, again the train was crossed, okay, now the bus is also moving, and it was crossed the railway station also, and there it was a traverse means travel across, again it was crossing to, what it was crossing to, a busy well laid a shopping street. So again it was crossing there was a busy, totally the road is busy with the shopping, okay. So then turning entered a wider thoroughfare, such a big bright looking shops, what glittery displays of clouds and other merchandise, such big crowds. So the girl is observing that when the bus was entering into the town, so all the way there are shops, and how it is, it was a bright looking cloths, it was hanged, and there are other things for a selling. So you can see the merchandise means things for sale. There are so many things for a sale in the shops, okay. So this is, and there are a huge crowd. Struck dumb with wonder, Wali gaped at everything. She was stuck. She was feeling amazed by looking this sight, okay, and she was gaped at everything. She was looking here everything very carefully. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Wali. So now town has came. The bus has came to the town. So every passengers are getting off from the bus, but not the Wali. She except Wali, so everybody was get off. Okay, she is sitting there. Hey lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30 paise takes you. Okay, so now the conductor says to this girl, hey lady, you are a lady. So she is angry with this if he calls a child or a young woman. Okay, now he says, a lady, oh lady, so you can't go out now, your 30 paise has finished. How much you have paid for me, it's over now, so you can go, get out of the bus. No, Wali said, I am going back on the same bus. She took another 30 paise from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. See, now she has answered to the conductor, no, I am not going off from the bus. I am sitting in this bus. I am going back to my village in the same bus. And now she had another 30 paise in her hand. She is handed over to the conductor. Why? Is something the matter? So why? There is any matter? So why you are going back to the village? Okay. So is there any serious things? No, nothing's the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. No, nothing is serious. I just wanted to ride on the bus. That is the intention of mine. So there is no other matter. So I wanted to go back to my village. She said it. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here? Okay, now the conductor is asked to this girl, that is Wali, that if you are here, if you are in a town, then go and look into the town. If you want to go out, so you can see that beautiful places and beautiful shops. Okay, he said it. All by myself, oh, I would be much too afraid. If I do everything I have to do by myself, no, it gives me afraid. I feel afraid if I go out from the bus. Okay. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, but you weren't afraid to come in the bus? Yes, you are afraid to go and look into the shops. But aren't you afraid to go into the bus? that is not this way where how you came to the bus. That's not feel afraid of this. Why? So he is asking here. Nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of about that, she answered. So riding on the bus, it is nothing to be afraid. She feels that it is a safety. It is a secure. Okay. So the bus is a safety and secure. So if she was get off from the bus, she is not a safe. Okay. And now the conductor, he is saying that you are not feel safe. You are not feel safe in the bus. Okay. So is it this one is safe for you? Are you thinking then? Well then, why you not go to the stall over there and have something to drink? Nothing to be afraid of about that either. Okay. Okay. If you want to go back, then it is okay. Then go and have some food, then go and have some drink. So there are so many stalls out there. You just go and some snacks or drinks if you want to. So there is no afraid to go out to collect, to get something whichever you like. The conductor has said like that. Oh no, I couldn't do that. No. Again, Valley was answered it. No, I can't do that. I am not going out. I don't want anything. She said, well, then let me bring you cold drink. It's okay, you sit here. I will bring some cold drink for you. So who said? Conductor has said to Valley. No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. So now she doesn't have enough money. Only she had a limited amount. Okay. So how much the fare price are fixed? Fare price is fixed. Only that much amount she had here. And now she said that only this much of amount I have. Okay. I don't have enough money. So I don't want anything from it. I just want it to be right. That's it. It will be my treat and not cost you anything. So conductor said that. So that whatever I am bring, it's my treat. Okay. Just don't pay for it. Okay. He said it. Then, no, she said firmly, please no. So then he said, no, I don't want anything. Okay. So you just no. With the firm word, with the strong and serious words, she said it like that way. The conductor shrugged and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. Again, there weren't many passengers. Okay. Shrugged means gesture. So when the conductor was listening the words of this girl, so he was gestures and he was turned away. Okay. And he was moved to the shop. Okay, to have some food or meal. And then the passengers, till then she is waiting there. So this Valley was waiting into the bus till the other passengers were not boarding. Okay, then and returned the journey. Till then she was sitting like that. So till when the bus is not taking its journey again. Okay, so then let's move on to the fourth part. Won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the little her ticket. No, one will be looking for me, she said. Now, all the passengers were sat. Okay, it's now the bus is ready for its journey again. Okay, so they are going back. And now, conductor is asking that your mother is not looking for you. Then, no, one will be looking for me, she said. No one will be looking for me. No, she is not searching for me. The bus started and again there were the same wonderful sights. So then the bus was moving on its way and it was a beautiful sight. So that one she was seeing. Valley wasn't bored in the slightest and greeted everything with the same excitement she would felt the first time. The Valley what she was felt it in the first journey when she was coming from village to town, how she was felt. Like that she was the same excitement, the same energy she had. So while she was returning to the village, okay, she has not lose her interest. Then, but suddenly she saw a young cow laying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. So now while she was looking into the window, that she was looking into the sight, so there she saw that the cow was dead, lying dead on the road. So the cow, which was for a few moments back, that cow was moving fast with the other vehicle. So now it was lying dead. Okay. So now she has looked. Isn't that same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip down? She asked the conductor. Now she asked the conductor, is this the same cow? So before few moments before, while we are going to the village, to the town, so the same cow it is. So it was moving fast, okay, to the vehicle. So that was the same cow. She asked to the conductor. Now conductor nodded. She was nodded his head. Sorry, the conductor was nodded his head. And she was overcome with sadness. So yes, he said, the conductor said, yes, that is the same cow that we have seen some few moments before. Okay. So now after listen this, so she feels sad. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread angled, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes, blood all over. Okay, so here she is looking very carefully this cow, and you know that while she was ride for the first time, she saw this cow, so which is beautifully, it was very charm and it was very fast. So it is moving the fastest vehicle, like a fastest vehicle, and now it is lying dead. How it is lying? There are the blood stains. Okay, there are the blood, and it was spread wide, and now it becomes a lifeless, and his eyes are all everywhere. There is a blood. Okay, blood, and now it is lying like a lifeless thing. Thus, the bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. She no longer wanted to look out the window. Okay, dampening means she feels depressed. Now the bus moved on. Now the bus was moved from the site, and now the memory of that cow makes her sad. She was again and again, she is thinking about that cow. Okay, she is remembering that cow continuously, and she feels depressed, and now she decided herself that she was never looking into the window. She sat thus, glued to her seat until the bus reached her village at 3:40. She stood up, okay, and stretched herself. Now, when she saw that there was a cow was dead, okay, and now she feel very sad, and she was sitting on one place, and she was not ready to look outside from the window. Okay, and now then the bus has arrived at exactly 3:40 at her from her village. Okay, at her village. Then she stood up and stretched herself. She was standing and she feels stretched out, and then turned to the conductor and said, "Well, sir, I hope to see you again." So now again, now the village came. Now her destination came. That her home came. So that's why she said to the conductor that, "I feel very happy to see you again." Okay, I hope that she is hoping it. "Okay, madam," he answered her, smiling, "whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us. Don't forget to bring your fare." "Okay, madam." Again he is saying madam to this girl. "Okay, as you wish. Whenever you like for a ride, you come, and any time. Okay, you just come, and don't forget to bring your fare, that is money." She laughed and jumped down from the bus, and then away she went, running straight for home. She jumped out from the bus, and then she was go inside the home. She was straight running for a home. And when she entered her house, she found her mother was awake and talking to one of her Whaley's aunts, the one from South Street. This aunt was a really chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. Okay, she was entered into the house, and she saw that the mother was wake up. Okay, and she was talking with her aunt, and here she calls this aunt, that is the chatterbox. Chatterbox means one who talks too much. Okay, so this is called chatterbox. Okay, and never closing her mouth once she started talking. So she is talking continuously without her closing her mouth. She says this woman is a chatterbox. "And where have you been? And where have you been?" said her aunt when Wally came in. So when Valley was entered into the house, so aunt was asking him, where have you been? Where were you? Then she spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. So Valley just smiled and her mother aunt went on with her conversation. So she has not replied to this aunt, and she smiled at her, and then she went in. And again the mother and aunt, they both are having in a conversation. Yes, you are right. Her mother said, so many things in our midst and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely, can we? So her mother is saying some words. What is the word? Yes, it is right. Something without our knowledge around the world, it is going to happen. But when we know completely, so we can't understand it, what it is. Okay. So this is the thing they were having in a conversation. Midst means in the middle of the something. Okay. Oh yes, breathed Valley. So after listening these words of her mother, she says, yes, that's is the right one. What you said, mother. What? Ask her mother. What's that you say? So now mother asked her, so what you understand? What's your thing? So what is your answer for this? Why you said like that? Her mother is asked. Oh, said Valley, I was just agreeing with the word you said about things happening without our knowledge. Okay. So she is just saying that what you said, no mother. So I just wanted to tell you that. So whatever the things were happening, it is happening without our knowledge. Okay. I am just agreeing with your words. That's it, she says. Just a cheat of a girl she is, said her aunt. Cheat. Okay. Now her aunt said that, so what a girl she is. And yet look how she pokes her nose into her conversation just as though she were a grown lady. Now the aunt is saying to this girl, so to her mother, okay, so how she's talking in a good like a elder lady, okay, so in a manner of grown up lady. So how much she is talking, she pokes her nose, okay, she is saying in a rude manner. So that's why she is telling that. Poke her nose means takes an interest in something that doesn't concern her. So that matter is not related to her. She is interfering herself. So aunt is telling like that. She was telling like in a rude manner. Valley smiled to herself and she didn't want them to understand her smile. But then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? Okay. And after listening these words, now Valley was smiled. And now she was turned her face, and now she understood that. So why they are saying like that, and now she doesn't wanted to understand that why she is smiling like this way. Okay. After that she was looking her work. Okay. She went in and she is looking her work. So this is the story of a girl called Valley, and she was fascinated about the journey of the birds, and she does it, and then she did it. Okay, and she was understand the life and death. Okay, so what is the life and what is the death? Because she has never been experienced this kind of a journey, and she has never has been from outside the village. So that's why. So she feel very excited about the thing. Okay, and I hope that you also understand this lesson, and you also have a good ride whenever you go ride, and you also feel excited when you look outside from a bus or from a plane or from a train. Okay, so I hope that you have understood this. So all of you, we will meet you in the next learning vlogs. So till then, all of you stay at home, keep learning. Thank you.